My name is Emily Mineart. I've been a staffer here at the Porter House Museum for the last 8 years now. I started in 2012, and I've worked here both with collections, cataloging, supervising volunteers and interns, as well as leading tours in the summers. When people come to visit the Porter House, I'm always delighted and astounded by how surprised and taken aback people are by what they find here. I think people often assume when they visit house museums that all we are doilies and teacups, which there is nothing wrong with doilies and teacups. I love them, but there's so much else here too that's surprising. It's so much fun to see people come in and discover these journeys, these stories, these hobbies, these interests, the artwork, the creations, and really get into the heads of the people who lived here and look at their creative process and personalities. One of my favorite collections of items here in the Porter House Museum are Bert Porter's scrapbooks and his mixed media art that he created. Now, those seem like two separate things. I'm talking about them together because I think both of them really complement each other at illustrating his creative process. Scrapbooking in particular really fascinates me for how much it brings together lots of disparate items that the creator arranges, collages, orders in a way that makes sense to their mind, both creatively, intellectually, procedurally, and that's really fascinating to me. Bert's scrapbooks, which I have one of them out here on display as an example, are just wonderful for their combination of his personal photographs documenting family members, friends, people that he met, places that he saw, as well as things like stamps. He was a stamp collector, as well as ephemera, letterhead, cutouts from postcards, cutouts from magazines and advertisements that inspired him. And the way that he puts these all together is really fascinating. You can also see in his scrapbooks some of his creative process by seeing some of the steps that he took and some of his other artistic creations. The Porter House Museum is filled with examples of Bert Porter's mixed media nature art. One of my favorites is in the upstairs hallway, where you can see he's created a beautiful piece of art out of a 1920s print mixed in with pressed plants and flowers and with blue morpho butterflies selected to represent the sky, the water, and the mountain snow. So this is the largest piece of mixed media art of Bert Porter's that we have here on display at the museum. Several elements at play. We have an enlarged photograph and then framed by a custom frame built by Bert Porter, including some of his actual real butterfly pin specimens. I do also suspect that it was specifically put on this wall so that at night when the lights are on and the shades are open, it is on display for the neighborhood to scandalize the neighbors. It is, in fact, scrapbooking writ large. So in much of Bert Porter's mixed media art, we see the creations of a man who is part scientist, part collector, and part artist, all collaged together. In some of these stamp displays that he created, we see stamps that would be quite valuable as collector's items, but here he is using them as aesthetic objects, mixed together with butterfly specimens, wings of butterfly species that would be interesting as scientific specimens, but here used as aesthetic objects, and all mixed together in an artful arrangement that also includes elements of scrapbooking, cut out pictures and photographs, and pressed plants and flowers.